Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I'm Philip. This is the Driver Side Chats. I hope y'all are doing well today. It is a beautiful, beautiful Friday morning, and I am hoping it is going to be an awesome day because while I don't like to complain, I'm going to be honest with you. Yesterday did not end well. It was not a great day at work for me, but hey, you know what? It's all right. It's a new day. New things are going to happen, and we are getting into the weekend. Today I want to change focus. We're not going to talk about finances today. I'm going to talk some about cars because it's Friday and I like cars and it's going to be the weekend. So let's talk a little bit about cars. Why do I like cars so much? Well, I think I've kind of covered this already a little bit. I grew up, my dad's coworker had a Dodge Viper, and to me that was like the pinnacle car because I actually got to see it. I've ridden in it, I've driven it, and I could drive it virtually whenever I wanted to when he owned the car. Of course, he doesn't have the car anymore, but that's okay too. You know, he's got a family as well. His kids are growing up, and he doesn't necessarily need that sports car anymore. Even though I kind of still would think he needs it, but it's okay. It's all right. He, you know, had to make the decision that was best for him and his family. So, what is my favorite car? Well, you know, I'm kind of torn right now. I really am, because I've always been a Ferrari fan. Like, for me, that has been the pinnacle. Like, that is the #1 car, and I would never stray from that. However, I've got to admit, recently, I've been watching some of the Stradman, and I've been watching Vehicle Virgins, and of course, if you follow them, you know, at least up to this point, they both have Lamborghinis. Stradman's got a orange Lamborghini Gallardo, and of course, Vehicle Virgins, green Lamborghini Huracan. I mean, like, amazing vehicles. I remember as a kid loving the Gallardo and kind of being disappointed when they stopped production of both the Gallardo and the Murcielago, because those are like my favorite cars for Lamborghini. In fact, I would actually still say the Murcielago is still probably my favorite Lamborghini, even above like the Countach and Aventador, Huracan, all that stuff. But I've got to admit, having watched those videos and kind of seeing some of the footage of their Lamborghinis, my heart could be taking a turn right now. And you know, it's still so far out before I actually get to buy a car. Oh, there's a Maserati over there. Let me see that. Probably won't be able to, but there's a white Maserati. Anyhow, so yeah, I just like hit my washer fluid and all of that. So anyway, that's what's going on with me right now. Part of me is like, you know, do you stick with the Ferrari? Do you know, convert back to Lamborghini? Because here's the thing, I'm not gonna lie, I've been going back and forth for so many years, and it's always generally stayed on the Ferrari, just because I've had more Ferrari experiences than Lamborghini experiences. When I was 19 years old, I had the opportunity to drive a Ferrari California, and that was probably one of the coolest experiences of my life. And I've never really had much exposure to Lamborghinis. I've sat in them, of course, and I've sat in many Ferraris too, but that was about the limit that I've had with Lamborghinis. So I didn't really get much exposure, but man, just being able to watch some of the videos of Lamborghinis, and it's kind of getting that fever for Lamborghinis. There's a guy around my town here, a doctor, who recently got a Lamborghini Huracan. Actually, no, I'm wrong. It's not a Huracan. It was a Gallardo. It was a Gallardo LP 570 or something like that. And he's pretty much got it blacked out. He's got a spoiler. It looks like the Performante, but it's just a regular Gallardo. It's not an actual Performante. It's just got a body kit on it. But it looks amazing. It sounds amazing. And I don't know. My mood may be changing from Ferrari to Lamborghini. That's really all it's boiling down to. And hey, can you really blame me? It is such an amazing car. But one day, I can't wait to be able to have to make that decision. It's going to be a tough decision, I'm not going to lie. I'm definitely going to have to do a couple of test drives. And the way I'm going to do it, and this is kind of rambling at this point, I'm sorry, but oh, that Maserati stopped at the Y. Okay, that's cool. Cool car, dude. The way I'm going to do it is really, I'm just going to go to a rental car company, an exotic rental car, and I'm going to rent whatever I'm looking at. So I probably am not going to get a 15 or 20-year-old Lamborghini or Ferrari, just because at that point I kind of want something, I'm going to want something a little more modern. But just in today's time, you know, I'll probably go test drive an Huracan. I guess the H is silent. I don't know. Some people use it, some people don't. But I'm going to go test drive a Huracan. I'd go test drive a 488, maybe even a California. It just kind of depends on what my needs are for the car at the time. I drove a California, and so my heart's kind of set on something like that. But, you know, definitely might check out the 488 as well for the actual, like, full sports car thing. And then that way I can have a little bit more of a feel. In fact, I would almost be willing to do it this way, to where I fly to Vegas, and I'm actually serious about this. I would fly to Vegas, go to Royalty Exotics, because they have an awesome program where you can rent a car for 4 hours and put unlimited miles on the thing, which is more than enough time to get a good feel for the car and get you the opportunity to test drive in multiple different ways, instead of being at like an actual car dealership where they might let you take a 2 or 3 mile trip. Because here's what you got to realize: when you're taking a car that's worth, you know, $250,000, and a lot of people who drive these cars keep low miles on them, they don't want to put a lot of miles in case the deal goes bad. So that's why it's always a good thing to go to like a car rental place, because they'll give you an amount of time you can drive it. And especially like Royalty Exotics, it would be, you know, you might spend a couple $1,000s for 4 hours worth of driving. But think about it this way: you're spending $250,000 on a car or more. You know, is a grand or two really going to hurt you that bad in the whole scheme of things? I mean, yeah, it hurts your net worth a little bit, yada yada yada, but for me, it would definitely be worth spending, you know, $500 or $600 to fly out to Vegas, to go spend 8 hours with 2 of these cars, and, you know, kind of make a full decision on what my $250,000 car is going to be. Because really, that's what it boils down to. You want to get something that you love, that you have a passion for. And honestly, I think if I just picked one at random, I think I'd be happy either way or the other. But, you know, with a full test drive where you get to drive as many miles as you want on it, you can take it on the highway, you can take it around the curves, you can see how well it grips, and you don't have to have that pressure of a salesperson there, really can help you solidify your decision. That's why I'm like a huge fan of doing that. And you know, I'm a huge believer in getting a full experience of a car. Having worked at a car dealership before, you know, I've always been very picky about my customers, making sure they test drive their car. It is amazing how many people will come in to buy like an F-150 and then say, I know it's going to drive good, it's fine, just let me buy it, let me get a good deal on it. I mean, yeah, the vehicle's going to drive amazing, especially if it's brand new. But, I mean, do you really not want to test drive it? I mean, you're spending $50,000, $60,000 on this thing. You know what I mean? So, test driving is a must, I'd say, when it comes to buying a car or leasing or whatever you're going to do. Especially if it's a used vehicle. If it's going to be used, I'd definitely take it for a test drive, just because you never know. There could be something faulty in the car, and you don't want to have to get a really good deal only to find out that something that costs $3,000 to replace just broke on it. So that's going to be all for today. Just kind of car talk today. I kind of went on a random ramble, I guess, about it, about why I like cars, what cars I like, why I'm going to get a car, what I'm going to do to buy the car, before I buy the car, and then test driving. So anyway, that's all for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome Friday. As always, please do like and subscribe. Help me out a little bit, and there will be more videos to follow. Thanks, guys.